Hi, I'm Tony Fleming. Welcome to Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey, I just pulled off the hanging tag for the front windshield of this incredible 79 Trans Am. This car actually has 11,309 documented miles. The car was purchased just 15 miles from our store. It's only had 2 owners. It's had, the first owner owned it up until 2001 and has all the documents. So we got things like the window sticker, the build sheet, the original bill of sale, all that kind of good stuff. How cool this car is maybe it's not red or black, but it's so absolutely original and perfect that nothing on the car has been changed. We're pretty certain it may even have the original brake pads on the car still. And we'll check those. I have the original tires for the car. So we have every original item that was able to be put on at the factory, still able to be seen today while we're going over this car. I brought a digital paint meter, and we'll kind of walk around and you can see that you know, when a car is painted at the factory, it runs down an assembly line, it's kind of given the same amount of paint, in between just a few different millimeters of paint thickness. So let's say the factory paint was 2.5 millimeters thick to maybe 4.5. So it's only 2 millimeters thickness. But when you go to a body shop, there's no way they could paint the fender to be exactly the same thickness as the whole rest of the car. So then it tends to show up as like 7 millimeters or 8 millimeters or 9 millimeters, and on top of it, nobody ever really cared. So I bring this out only because this is what authenticates the real cars. Now, these cars are only original once. I know it's a cheesy line and you hear it all the time, but the truth is, this is a showroom perfect edition of this vehicle. It was factory undercoated. There's no rust on the car. And like I said, we have the original tires. I just didn't really want to drive on them. We can put them on for you if you decide to buy the car, because maybe you want to take it to a show. But let's take a peek at the meter. Okay, so here we see it's 2.5 millimeters on the right front fender. Then we're going to go ahead, come on down here a little bit. This door is 3.5 millimeters. So no body shop in the world could get an entire paint job within 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters thickness of each other. Here's 3.5 again. And on top of it, what you can see is the gloss and depth of the car. This is original circa 1979 GM paint. This is really cool. And each time you put the meter down, it changes itself. Here's 2.5. Sometimes surfaces, just depending on how the spray gun went. Here's 4.0, 3.5, 2.5. 2.0. So what we've done is we've walked around, we've touched all the panels, and we've recognized that this car has not been repainted. I do have a 67 Camaro convertible right behind us that has been repainted, and it has a beautiful shine to it. And a car like that's going to register 9.5. See the difference? 2 times the paint thickness, because this is done by robots, and it's kind of consistent all the way through. This was done by hand. They both look great, but this is what you're buying. You're buying a totally original 79 Trans Am with the WS6 package, which is nice too. A lot of people think the WS6 package is just 4-wheel disc brakes, and although this car has 4-wheel disc brakes, it's also a complete handling package. These are the original floor mats. You can't buy these floor mats anymore. As crazy as it seems, they don't reproduce them. They reproduce everything else, but GM won't let them reproduce these mats. They say GM in them embossed up top, and they actually sell on eBay. I've seen them for up to $500 for a set of rubber mats. But look at the quality of the dash, the gauges, and just everything inside. Justin, if we can get a peek at the headliner and the back seat, everything is absolutely pristine. And this is what you get when you get a car that's been kept in a heated and air-conditioned environment. It's just a spectacular piece of history. Everything works on the car. It has cruise control. It has cold factory air conditioning. I've driven the car personally. It drives like a brand new 79 car, and quite honestly, it's got a lot of power. You know, these engines here with the automatics had way more torque than the engines with the 4-speeds, and that's why some of the people like these ones a little bit better. Factory power windows work. Original AM/FM cassette, which was an option. You know, we haven't detailed under the hood, and we do that a lot to cars. By the way, before I forget, this car does come with a car cover too. That kind of kept it nice and unscathed. All the decals, stickers, chalk marks, things like that, all circa 1979. We've done nothing to the car. The engine has never left this bay. Quite honestly, it's actually in exceptional shape. It does have power disc brakes. It does have the fast ratio power steering. Got the shaker hood. Still got the tower clamps on it. I checked the belts. The belts are GM belts. They could be the original belts. You know, there's no way to really tell because I'm not really sure how to tell a date code of a belt. But you walk around and it's really just very cool. And somehow they were able to take care of this car for 30 years. I just want to show you the trunk. The trunks are not really a big deal, but this is kind of cool because this is the kind of stuff that makes this car so great. Comes with a car cover. This is the original inflated spare. It's never been on the ground. Still has the chalk marks from the factory. There's the inflator bottle, never been opened. That's not rust on it, it's a little glue on the label. It wasn't a big deal back then. Original stickers. You know, this is just when they were discovering what acid rain was. You know, it wasn't really a warrantyable item. So these cars would be sitting at the port waiting to be shipped or on a train or whatever. They'd rain on them. The acid rain would stain the cars and you'd kind of be on your own. So GM actually took a great stance on it. They agreed to paint any car that had acid rain for the first 2 years of ownership. Like everything just works, like everything just... And believe it or not, for 1979, this car rolls down the road. I was very surprised. You know, in 1979, believe it or not, these cars still had a great sound. How about I start it for you? You can hear what it sounds like. Part of a great car, you know, in this Trans Am is documentation too. In this case here, this was sold, like I said before, a dealership very close to our physical location. This is the original check-in sheet, a pre-delivery inspection, what they call PDI, from Coons Pontiac, dated 7/13/79. Here's the original odometer statement. Car came in. Here's your original window sticker. Actually, this is a copy of the window sticker. We have the original in the file that we've kind of preserved. It's kind of cool. These are receipts along the way, documenting and certifying the miles. Okay. Then this right here is kind of cool. This is the actual owner's manual from '79, not a reproduction. Here is the one battery replacement it's had. Original tag for warranty repair. This is the warranty information on the car. The original tire warranty. Here's the extended warranty you could have bought that year. That customer chose to buy the extended warranty, so here's that stuff here. It's just cool stuff. This is a little bit about the upgraded radio that's in the car that's optional. The Space Saver spare tire, which we talked about, and a government form for fuel economy that was required to be in the car. And this is the form I was telling you about the chemical paint spotting. Here's the original tires for the car. They are date coded on here. Typically, these tires are dry rotted and the rubber's lost its like elasticity and cracked and things like that. The condition of that car and the way it was taken care of was it was in a climate controlled environment. It was dehumidified, and the tires are evidence of how well that car is taken care of. And for instance, check this out. This is definitely where they start to crack, but look, here's the yellow stripe from the factory still in the tire as they were making the mold. And look how deep the tread is here too. And they're in excellent shape. You know, you really could drive on these tires. I'm not sure, to be honest, here's what I would do. I would buy another set of wheels, or I even have another set of wheels here, and I would mount these on those original wheels that are on the car and take the tires that are on the car and put them on a separate set of wheels so that if you want to go cruising in the car, you'd put the other set on, but if you wanted to take it to a show, you'd put the factory original ones on. I may sound a little long-winded in this video here, but this is originality, man. This is history. This is an incredible piece. I don't know if this is the lowest mileage 79 TA on the planet. It's only been driven, you know, not even 400 miles a year, 300 and something miles a year, just to keep fluids moving through the car, suspension, stuff like that. And virtually every part on this car is original. And if you wanted to see how a car was built in 1979, you would buy this car. If you're looking for just a spectacular example of a 79 Trans Am with original miles, we're talking about 11,309 original documented miles, call us at 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about it.